Calm down. Before you jump to conclusions, let me tell you what's going on behind the scenes at Everton. An unlikely name could arrive for a song. A former Toffee player could help the club without even having to wear the shirt. And a midfielder who has already shown in the Premier League could be about to bolster the blue midfield. He has ties to Pickford, behind the scenes with Leicester, and even training that has become a hot topic. Sit back, like, subscribe to the channel and come with us, because today's news is sure to surprise you. Gustavo Hammer may not be a big name around here, but anyone who watched the championship knows the guy played amazingly, and I'm not the only one saying it. Chelsea coach Enzo Maresca even said he was the best player in the second division. And now, with Sheffield United out of the top flight, Everton is keeping an eye on him and Moyes is already starting to do the math. But hold on to this. While Leeds are also fighting for him, a third interested party has emerged, PSV from the Netherlands. And with that, a new value comes into play. Forget the 20 million from before. Now there is talk of a range between 6 million and 10 million. Can you believe it? Everton is looking favorably on this possible bargain, especially since Hamer has the same agent as Jordan Pickford, which could facilitate a little push behind the scenes. The curious detail? The history of business between Everton and Sheffield could weigh in. Names like Tom Davies, Bisick, Mason Holgate, and even Calvert-Lewin have this link. And if before it seemed like a distant dream, now Hamer seems closer to Hill Dickinson than ever, and for a price that no one expected. Check it out. It sounds like an alternative movie script, but it's true. Dele Alli, now a Como player, could be a key piece for a reinforcement that Everton is eyeing. The name of the moment? Kyle Walker-Peters, Southampton fullback who is now a free agent, or will be. The thing is, Walker-Peters was seen training alongside Alli, and guess who posted it on social media? Himself. Everton are interested in the player, who is versatile, experienced, and, most importantly, free. With Moyes needing to strengthen the flanks of the defense, and with Seamus Coleman signing a new contract, the opportunity is wide open. Fulham seemed on the verge of releasing Kenny Teat, but backed out, which could speed up Plan B. And if Alli helps convince his training partner to come to Merseyside, fans may start to look at the former number 20 in a different light. Who would have thought, huh? And Wilfred Ndidi was once considered one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. And now, with Leicester relegated once again, Everton are turning their attention to him. It's no wonder. With Doucouré out, Moyes needs to fill that gap in midfield. And the Nigerian, even below his peak, is still seen as a strong, experienced player with a lot to offer. Sky Sports' Lee Hendry didn't mince words when he said Everton should go all out for the defensive midfielder. He highlighted Ndidi's versatility and his ability to play further up or further back, something that could be valuable in a team that's undergoing a rebuild like the Toffees. And what's more, the post-relegation scenario usually forces clubs to sell their most valuable players for below-market prices. Ndidi, at just 28 years old and with plenty of experience, could be a bargain. And if he recovers his form, he has everything to become the pillar that the Blues midfield needs. It's the typical move that, if executed well, can change the course of a season. And speaking of changes, a new attack is coming. A turnaround in the defense, and a versatile reinforcement who could be a key player in Everton's rebuilding under Moyes and the Friedkin Group. Because if the first block's moves already stirred up the backstage, what's coming next has everything to really set the Blue fans on fire. After weeks of comings and goings, Everton finally seems ready to announce their new number 9. The saga with Thierry Barry, the French under-21 striker who plays for Villarreal, is coming to an end. The player, who grew in visibility last season helping the Spanish club secure a place in the Champions League, is now setting his sights on the Premier League, and more precisely, the Hill Dickinson Stadium. The obstacle? The transfer fee. But everything indicates that the Toffees will close for something around $25 million, below the $34 million release clause. Barry is only 22 years old, tall, physical, and fits perfectly into the profile that David Moyes likes to work with. Brian King, former Everton scout, was blunt. It's a signing that makes sense, and that's what the club needs. And most importantly, in addition to strengthening the squad, Barry could be the answer to the pressure that the Friedkin Group has been facing for not yet delivering any major reinforcements. If confirmed in the next few days, this name could symbolize the turning point in a window that started off lukewarm but has everything to heat up. And as if one big signing wasn't enough, Everton are also eyeing Timothy Weah. The American from Juventus could be the second name to land in Merseyside, and the club is already making moves behind the scenes. Weah has already turned down an offer from Nottingham Forest and was left out of Juve's squad for the match against City in the Club World Cup. This has set off alarm bells. He's on his way out, and Everton appears to be a likely destination. At 24 years old and capable of playing in several positions, Weah fits like a glove in a team that needs depth and quality. If Moyes manages to close this deal, the Blues board will show that they are willing to keep their promise, to leave the relegation battles in the past and aim higher. And to do so, they can't make mistakes or hesitate. Not all good news comes with a new name. Sometimes, keeping a talent is half the battle, and in the case of Jarrad Branthwaite, he may even be Everton's biggest success this transfer window. With Chelsea and Tottenham circling heavily, the Toffees seem to have won the tug of war and are just a few details away from renewing the contract with the defender, who has become a reference under Moyes. The news, confirmed by Lyle Thomas of Sky Sports, came as a birthday present for the young defender and as music to the ears of the fans. Branthwaite, along with Pickford and Tarkowski, forms the backbone of a team that has already shown improvement last season. Keeping him not only guarantees defensive stability, but also strengthens the discourse of an Everton that wants to start a new era in its new stadium, with identity, youth, and strength. Everton fans are starting to feel that, little by little, the pieces are falling into place. There are cheap reinforcements appearing out of nowhere, a promising striker coming from Spain, a multifunctional player who could be signed by Juventus, and a defensive pillar who will continue to wear blue. The new era of the Friedkin Group already shows clear signs of change, and everything indicates that the backstage will continue to be on fire until the end of the window. If you enjoyed this complete overview, leave a like, comment below which name you want to see arriving at Everton, and of course, subscribe to the channel because there is more big news coming. See you in the next video.